everyone.
Hey.
Welcome back to Going Green. Today we're going to be talking about composting. So whether you've done it or you haven't, or you're just trying to get better at it, this video is for you. We're going to teach you how to do it no matter where you live, what to include in compost, what to leave out of it, and then some tips and tricks for using compost in a different way that you may not have thought of as well.
Did you know that 30% of household waste is actually food? So most of that can be composted. Additionally, when organic waste goes into a landfill, because of the lack of oxygen, it generates methane, which is 25 times more potent a greenhouse gas than carbon dioxide is. So by composting, you're gonna reduce your food waste, your trash won't be stinky, and you're going to produce soil that has a lot of nutrients for your plants. If you live in an apartment, don't worry, I do too, I still compost, and there are also programs out there.
Yeah, there are a lot of shared community gardens where you can actually collect your compost in advance and then drop it off. And just a tip, you can keep it in the fridge or in the freezer so that it doesn't start to smell.
Right. Or you can start a program yourself. And there's also apps out there. Share Waste is a program that links you with other gardeners that actually want your compost.
And all the links are in the description below.
Yes.
There are also options like burying it in a green area that you have close by, like a little forest or a park.
Right here. We've both done this quite a bit.
Yeah, especially when we're on trips like we are right now.
Yes.
Thank you, Bug, for chiming in.
There.
Can you guys hear that? If you have a patio or a yard like we do, then there's a lot of great options that we're going to get into. One of them is you can either get yourself a composter. I recommend secondhand. That's how I got mine.
Definitely secondhand.
And there are so many types of different composters. It really just depends on what your needs are, so make sure to do your research. Or you can actually make one yourself. We've included a link to an awesome DIY to make your own in the description below. If you live in an apartment or an area that you don't really have a large, yard in, then you could have a big planter, right, Amanda?
Yes, this is what I do.
Yeah, and you just mix your compost with soil in there. I used to do it when I lived in an apartment, and the fun part is some veggies end up sprouting up.
Yes, I love watching my compost grow things. If you're going to put it in a big potter, make sure you're burying it at least 5 inches below that soil, and you stir it as much as you possibly can. I try to stir it at least once a day, and this really helps with the bugs and the critters. Another thing that's really important is you don't want to put any meat or dairy products in your compost.
Yeah, make sure you also leave out any little plastics like the stickers on fruits and veggies or yard trimmings that were treated with chemicals.
Now, eggshells and shellfish like crabs and shrimp and crawfish.
Stale bread, napkins and paper towels, plants, and all sorts of veggies and fruits.
Those are all really good for your compost, so those are all a-okay. And like we're gonna do on this trip, if you're gonna bury it in the ground, make sure again it's 5 inches below the ground.
If you're using a composter like I do, then these are the steps that you'll want to follow. Number 1, have a collection bin inside. Upcycled works perfectly fine, or one like the one that I have, which just prevents smell. So it's just a little fancier, but if you can find one secondhand, it's not a bad option. And you can use a biodegradable liner if you're lucky enough to live in an area where there's compost pickup. Since these liners are only certified compostable in industrial facilities, we do not recommend using them at home. Number 2, put in your compost. That's an easy one, but basically just throw in the compost. Number 3, make sure to add dry leaves and dead matter, stuff like napkins, paper towels. That's great to put in there. Heat from the sun, that dead matter I was just talking about, and moisture are all really important that they're balanced for a good decomposing process. So make sure that you add a little water after you've added that dead matter as well. Number 4, you'll want to go ahead and turn that composter or mix it, I'd say every day or every few days or so if you can. And number 5, it takes about 5 to 6 weeks to decompose completely and be ready to use for veggie gardens if you have one, or for any other flowers, plants, anything like that.
Now for some fun tips and tricks that we both really enjoy doing. If you have plants or veggies, my patio has a little area. I like to throw my coffee grounds out there, and it really helps with the bugs. Something else I really like to do is save my lemons and use them to clean my sink. I just sprinkle a little bit of baking soda in there and scrub away.
That's a pro tip, guys. You can also use those leftover lemon peels in vinegar as a DIY cleaner, which is all natural
and toxic free. Something else you can do is collect your leftover veggies, like the ends of a zucchini or celery, potatoes. Carrots are really good, garlic,
onion,
and make your own veggie stock. We've linked a video in the description below.
You can also keep the ends of like green onions or even the tops of pineapples and plant those in your veggie garden, and you'll never have to buy green onions again because they just keep growing and you just cut off the part that you need. I do this in my veggie garden. And for pineapple tops, you can just plant those as well and they will grow. You'll have pineapples in a couple of years. You're playing the long game, but it's really fun to grow them.
If you have any specific questions, please leave them in the comments below and we're happy to answer them for you. We are going to be doing a DIY herb garden soon. Tanya also has an amazing veggie garden she's going to teach you all about and how she did it. So make sure you look out for those future videos.
Yes, but you'll need to subscribe to do that. So please subscribe to our channel, hit that bell so you get reminded whenever we have a new video out. We have all sorts of living greener tips and tricks videos, review videos. What else, Amanda?
Challenges.
And give this video a like and a share if you like it, of course.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you so much.
See you next time.
Till next time.